What's up, everybody? Serious and Cylinder's Bodybuilding. Hope everybody likes my new shirt. I know it's a little corny with the hat, but that's okay. I like the Superman shirt. Got it on Amazon. Anyway, Serious and Cylinder's Bodybuilding. This is Shooting the Breeze. We are waiting for Lee Priest, but before that, we are just going to give a couple of shout-outs. First, my friend Holly Holmes, 837 on Instagram. I want to wish her a happy birthday. This weekend was her birthday. She is a friend and a supporter of the show since I've started. So thank you, Holly, and happy birthday. I hope you enjoyed yourself this weekend. What else? I Prevail Sups. My friend Jason Owens has. I just ordered his pump product. He's got two. I ordered both. So I have I'm waiting for the Forge. And then he's got these pills or something like that he swears by. So I never used the pump product before. I never really believed in it, but a lot of people like them. So I'm like, let me try it. So it's www.i-prevailsups.com and get your 10% discount. S-end, the symbol end, S-end S10. Now, I don't make $1 from that. It is just you get 10% off, and it's my dear friends supplement line. My other dear friend supplement line, Armana DB. Go to armanadb.com. He also has great products, and he's got new stuff coming out. He's got this like gummy, I think it's like a gummy pre-workout or a chewable pre-workout, something like that. I don't know. It looks pretty cool. You got to check it out. All right. We had a long weekend. Thank you, Dom. I appreciate it, brother. Hope my evening has been crazy. I went to work, came home, had to go to my shrink. Yes, I have a shrink because if I don't air out my grief to a shrink, then somebody's getting punched in the face, and that's never good. And then I went to the gym. I did legs, and I had a blast through legs, which always tends to be a better workout when you got to blast through the workout because you're limited with time. I don't know. And then ran home. Oh, and what's funny is I joined a new gym this weekend. I joined Strong and Shapely, which is a gym that has been there like for 100 years in Rutherford, New Jersey, right by Giant Stadium. And who works out there? Akeem Williams trains there because the Brooklyn Beast now lives in Jersey, just like me. And we were shooting the shit a little bit. And he has a Corvette Z06, which I'm very, very, very jealous of because the car is gorgeous. I fucking love it. Yes, just like Tony Soprano. I shrink just like, and it's a woman. It is what it is. All right. Thank you. All right. Very, very nice. I try to do legs on either a Sunday or Monday to get it out of the way because it's a big workout and I just get it out of the way. And I asked him, like, how do you fucking fit in that car, bro? And he said he's got no problem fitting in the car. He says, no problem at all. So he is, I tell you, man, when you see these guys up close and personal, he is just a massive, massive human being. Yeah, nice dude. Really nice guy. And here we were shooting the shit. And you know what? He actually, we were talking about the Arnold Classic, and he said he thought he had Samson winning. Actually, he had Samson over Derek. Which I had it close. I had Derek squeaking it out, but I didn't have Samson. But that was basically what it is. So as we are waiting for Lee, let me see. I messaged him. Let's see if he messaged me back. I said, "You on now? It's 11:30. Thought it was 12:30 my time. You end daylight saving. I'll probably miss it because they're about to turn up the. Oh shit! This okay, no problem. All right." Looks like Lee Priest will not be joining us because daylight savings time. It's 11:30 over there. We had daylight savings time this week, and now we got nothing. But whatever. Okay. So now we'll have to figure it out. So now it's 11:30. Last week it was 12:30. 11:30. All right. What do you think about the physique competitors boycotting Arnold Classic next year because of Schwarzenegger's comments? All right. Well, I hope you guys saw the thumbnail because I put Ali Bilal's picture up, and the title of this one is the Men's Physique Champ has his panties in a bunch. Okay. I'm just going to be very, very frank. I don't give 3 shits about men's physique. I really don't. I don't give a fuck about men's physique. And I'll be honest with you, I don't think anyone does. I don't think anyone does. Okay. Men's physique had its peak before classic physique came out. Once classic physique came out, it basically stomped the men's physique into smithereens. I mean, it literally kicked it, stomped it, destroyed it, and literally was like, you are nothing anymore. I'm not a fan of no legs. I'm not a fan of the swimsuit thing. I'm just not a fan. So, you know, if you are going, look, Arnold's Arnold Schwarzenegger. He voices his opinion. He's kind of like Trump. He's going to say whatever the fuck he wants to say, okay? Was it right what he said? No. But he's Arnold. He's going to say what he wants to say. And, of course, you know, this is typical fucking Gen Z, you know, behavior. Ooh, boo-hoo. He said he hurt my feelings. He said it's not a real division. Who gives a shit what he said? Like, seriously, it's not a real division. You don't judge legs. Fuck's sake. You got 10 grand. Be happy with that. Nobody's there to watch men's physique. I mean, I don't know anyone who covers it. I am friends with a lot of YouTubers, a lot of bodybuilding YouTubers. I know no one that covers men's physique. They cover bodybuilding, open, 212, classic physique. That's it. So the fact that this guy's like, I'm never doing the Arnold Classic again. Nobody gives a shit. Nobody cares. Nobody cares. Nobody cares. And if that's the case, then they'll just not. Men's physique guys boycotting the Arnold Classic is the equivalent to the WNBA girls boycotting because they don't get paid enough money. Nobody cares because nobody's watching. So nobody's going to give you any more money. So if you want to quit, go right ahead. You know, it's like you went into men's physique knowing what it is. At this point in the IFBB, if you turn pro as a men's physique guy and you do men's physique professional IFBB shows, you know there's no money in it. There's no money in it. I mean, I don't even know what the New York Pro gives out because I don't pay attention. The only reason why I know the Arnold Classic gives them 10 grand is because Ali Bilal, you know, is butthurt over it. Okay. You can't come to the table if you don't have any stock. Like if you can't come to the negotiating table if you got nothing to negotiate with. Like, what do you think is going to happen? Do you think anybody is going to skip a beat if there's no men's physique next year at the Arnold? People would be like, thank God, it's one more division that nobody cares about that we don't have to sit through. I'm just calling a circle here, okay? It is not, nobody wants to be in men's physique. Everybody wants to be in classic, and it looks like a lot of these guys that are in classic used as a stepping stone. A lot of these guys want to go into 212 or they want to go into open or they want to be dominant in classic. Classic is becoming the more popular class because it is more attainable to the average person. Their physiques look more attainable, but at the same time, they have beautiful physiques because they train legs and their legs look amazing. And they have this aesthetic, beautiful physique. So majority of people could relate to that. To being an open competitor monster, it is very difficult for people to relate to. Extremely difficult. I'm a fan of the freaks, but that's my generation. I love the monsters. I'm a fan of Samson, Derek, Hardy, Andrew Jack. Those are the guys I want to see up there, you know, and the list goes on, blah, 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 you know, but nobody cares about the shorts The board shorts, dude, looks like a fucking Old Navy commercial. Okay, let's see. Dude took Arnold was way out of context. Not everyone can be an open bodybuilder, though. The physique guys still make money from endorsements and supplement deals. Yeah, look, guys. Here's my thing, okay? I hate when people complain about not making enough money. Because it is not up to anybody else to pay you more money. It is up to you to make more money. End of story. If you don't like the idea that the men's physique competitor only makes 10 grand and, you know, they don't make much money at the Arnold or IFBB pros in general, pro shows in general, then you're going to have to do something to make extra money. You're going to have to brand yourself. You're going to have to be look at this. Here's Lee. We were all meant for when we started, but then we got our big boy pants, became bodybuilders. Yeah. Pretty sure he got 25K. He didn't know how much. Wow, I don't know. I think he got 10. That guy, they deserve more money because he does everything. The open guys do training, eating, blah 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 blah. How can we help? Oh, Lee, just jump on, man. If you're too busy, you know, you could leave when you need to. If you want to just the men's physique is the WNBA bodybuilding. It is. Nobody's watching because what's the girl's name that literally went on her podcast and said, if we don't get the money we deserve, then if we don't get the money that we deserve, then we're not showing up. But you have nothing to negotiate with. You can't feel and I'm not kidding. The average WNBA crowd is 1,500 people. For the last 20 years, since the WNBA has been in existence, it has had a net loss every year. Even with Caitlin Clark last year, the huge star, even I stopped to watch her. They still lost $40 million. It's a losing fucking profit. Men's physique is the same thing. You're coming to the negotiation table with nothing to negotiate. Nobody knows who Ali Bilal was. Nobody knew who Ali Bilal was until he started complaining. Nobody even knew who he was when he won the Arnold. So apparently he got 25K. So if he got 25K and he only know, then okay. This makes it even worse. This is ridiculous. I would, but I'm showing around people where put furniture. All right, no problem, bro. I understand. Look, you know, moving is a process. Believe me, it is what it is. It sucks, but all right, not a problem, man. We'll catch up next week, or if you know, in a couple of days, if you want to come on Muscle Talk. Not a big deal. If the guy doesn't even realize. If the guy doesn't even realize that he won 25,000 and he thinks he won 10,000, then why should we listen to this dumbass altogether? I mean, did he say that? Somebody correct me if I'm wrong, because I saw the IG. The last post wasn't me. I'm all right. I don't know. If he doesn't realize that he got 25,000 and he thinks he only got 10,000, if that's the truth, then I don't want to hear from him ever again. If you don't know how much you got, if you don't know how much money that you won at the Arnold Classic that you trained so hard for, then I don't want to hear anything from you, period. Not because you got a decent amount of money, but because you don't even know how much money you made. If that's true, correct me if I'm wrong, guys. Is that true? Did he really make a mistake? 10 grand after taxes? No, it's not that much, Rich. It's not 10 grand after tax. If you're taking 25,000, okay, if you're taking 25,000 at a lump sum, they take 48%. So it comes out to usually it comes out to 52. You take 52% home. But then there are like plenty of write-offs and things you could do, and your accountant does things, and they're blah 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 blah. But yeah, one lump sum, it's usually you take home 52%. It's not 10 grand. So I understand that he had to pay Aceto. I get it. Everybody's got to pay these guys. Okay, nothing comes for free, but it doesn't matter, because his threats of not competing, his threats of boycotting, fall on deaf ears. They fall on deaf ears. Nobody is watching. Nobody's watching Men's Physique. Nobody's watching Men's Physique. We were literally talking about what the fuck were we talking about when Men's Physique were on? We weren't talking about Men's Physique. We were talking about something completely different. But it's just ridiculous, See, the problem with the guys that are in this world, and especially the younger guys, the younger generation, okay? So the later millennials, not the early millennials, not older millennials, the later millennials, Gen Z, they really think they're entitled to something. They think that they are entitled to something. They think as soon as they get a pro card, they're entitled to something. They think they're entitled to something because they got some recognition. They won a Men's Physique show. But the truth of the matter is, the world doesn't owe you anything. And if you are in a class where money is the least, well, then you got to do one of two things: put yourself in a class where money is more, or stay in that class and do something else to try and make money. Okay? Because that's the only choice you have. Nobody's going to say, oh, Paul, Ali, Bilal, oh, poor guy. He's right. Here's a check. It doesn't fucking matter. It doesn't matter. All right. And I am not, I hate people that complain about something. I hate people that complain about somebody owing them something. The Arnold doesn't pay as much money, or the Arnold says the Arnold Schwarzenegger doesn't like Men's Physique, whatever the case may be. It's like, dude, nobody likes a crybaby. Just shut up. Just shut up and go out and make it on your own. I mean, that's all you can do. Market yourself, brand yourself. I'm trying like hell to brand myself, son. Trying like hell, because once you brand yourself, then that's when you start making money. I'm trying like hell, son. Never heard Bumstead complain making less in the open. He used the winning to make cash. Although, well, yeah, okay. Bumstead's the perfect example. For some strange reason, Bumstead had a very easy time branding himself. People loved him. People gravitated toward him. Don't ask me why. I don't know. He doesn't have this amazing personality. He's not very motivational when you watch him work out. But for some reason, people love him. And kudos to him. And he is a multimillionaire, not from prize money, but because of things that he was able to hustle and do outside of contest winnings. Now, not everybody's going to make as much money as Bumstead, but it doesn't mean you're going to be in the poorhouse. There's a huge margin of money in between that you can make. Let's take me. Okay. Let's take me, for example. I have 2 YouTube channels. I'm not the smallest. I am certainly not the biggest. Okay. I am far from the biggest. I am not the smallest. But I'm closer to the smallest than I am to the biggest. But it's still making some money. So I'm happy with the money I'm making, but at the same time, I'm still pushing and grinding forward, branding myself, giving you guys great content, and doing what I can so that I can make more money. I'm not sitting here complaining, going, hey, this YouTube is so hard and they don't pay you enough money. And how am I supposed to do it if YouTube doesn't pay you any money? That's what he sounds like. That's what Ali Bilal sounds like. That's, quote me. Here's Ali Bilal on his Instagram. That's what he sounds like to me. Sounds like the teacher from Charlie Brown, just bitching and whining and complaining. Go out and make your own goddamn money. Jesus Christ, the world owes you nothing. The world owes you nothing. And even if you are an open bodybuilder, it's okay. Derek won $500,000. Okay. But he's the only one. He's the one guy that won $500,000 dollars. I just look, dude, I don't care about his past. Livia, he has a great physique. He suffered of Afghanistan. I don't care. I don't care. Because now he's in the States and he feels entitled and he's bitching and moaning. Okay. I'm not judging him on his past. I'm judging it on what he's saying now. So, I mean, everybody's got a sob story. Every person has a goddamn fucking sob story about how I grew up, and I grew up in treacherous times, and people were horrible, and people there's this and that. I'm not having it, man. I'm not having it. Hey, John, I'm late. That's the fake Lee, John. Oh, okay. All right, whatever. I'm sorry to fake Lee. If that is fake Lee, then we are blocking you. I don't know which one is fake Lee. You know what? I'm just gonna let it go. I don't know which one is fake Lee, which one is not fake Lee. You have to be nice so he can come on the podcast. No, I'm not gonna be nice so he can come on the podcast. I don't care. Okay, I don't care. Everybody has a sob story. I mean, people who come from privileged backgrounds lie because they want to know that they want people to believe that they had it so hard. That's the fake one who said be nice. Okay, so let's see. We have to be nice. Yeah. Hey John, you have to be nice. Okay, this guy. So let's take this guy. Okay, and ban user and delete comments. Boop. Done. Okay, good. Thank you, Lee. Anyway, dude, I'm just not into the bitching and moaning. I'm just not. I'm not. If you live in the United States, there are plenty of ways you can make money. If you can't make it in the United States, there's a few things. Either you're lazy, okay, or you're lazy. And making it in the United States doesn't mean you have to be a multimillionaire. It means you could. I mean, I am not a multimillionaire, okay, but I make well over six figures and I live comfortably. But I worked hard just like anybody else would. Okay. And I continue to work hard because I'm hoping that in the future I will make even more money. Because you have to keep pushing forward. I just hate, I hate when people fucking do that. Thank you, Mike, man. I really appreciate that. And I'm glad you like the other podcast. If you guys don't know, I have another podcast and it's called Serious and Silliness Outcast. And over there, majority of the times, it's an interview channel, and I have people that come on that are kind of, they're outcasts, they're social outcasts, so I have porno stars on, prostitutes, OnlyFans girls, former mafia guys, biker guys. I've had Klansmen on, I've had all different types of crazy people on. And some of them are great interviews. Some of them are fantastic interviews. I had the late, great Tom Sizemore on, who was an actor. If anybody knows who Tom Sizemore is, he was in so many great movies. Let's see, Heat with De Niro and Pacino. He was in Saving Private Ryan. He's done a lot of movies. But let's see. I know you're a union worker. How you did the same thing. Yeah, I mean, listen, man, I don't complain, okay? I don't complain. I want to do this. You have to work hard, all right? I don't sit here bitching and moaning that YouTube doesn't pay me much money. YouTube does not pay me much money. The majority of the money, when you are a social media person, are going to come from outside sponsors. That's the truth, okay? I think the best month I ever had on YouTube was like $500. Like that was the best month. So it's anywhere like on average, I'll make between $200 and $300 just on YouTube. I don't sit here bitching and moaning YouTube doesn't pay enough money and I put through my time there. I don't. I hustle and try to get other sponsors. And guess what? Last month, all 3 of my sponsors dropped me because of a money thing, because they're all small businesses. And they had limited amount of money. And one was a startup company for clothing. So he didn't want to put any more money into it, and he wasn't even giving me a lot of money. He was giving me $150 a month, and he stopped. It's still good clothing. I still wear his stuff. It's Beer League Warriors apparel, so it's still go to Beer League Warriors. It's actually, they do make good clothes. Another one was a clinic, testosterone clinic, male hormone clinic, with doctor prescriptions. He paid me the most monthly, but then he had to cut it off because he didn't think he was getting much out of it. So, I mean, that's that. And what was the third one? I don't remember what the third one was. I don't remember what the third. I can't remember, but it doesn't matter. But before the holidays, they dropped me because they didn't think that it was worth the money. So what am I doing? I'm continuing to look for more sponsors, and hopefully I should have another one coming up soon. And this is life. It's never gonna go smooth. This is it, man. It is what it is. Black oh, Jesus Christ. I don't know. I'm not going to ban the user. Okay, good. Banned him too. How many of them are there? I don't know. This is all different lead priests. Doesn't matter. Anyway, so that's my take on it. I'm not a fan of a man that bitches and moans, and I don't care what your background is. You had a tough time. Okay, great. Does that negate the fact that he's bitching and moaning now? No. All right. You're not gonna shame me by saying, he had a rough childhood, and he's in the States now. He's got every opportunity in the world now. He's an Arnold Classic Physique champ, and he's complaining. That should make it even. He shouldn't even be. All right, that makes it worse that he's complaining. Okay, that makes it worse that he's complaining. All right, seriously, because he should be fucking grateful if he came from a country and he didn't have 2 quarters to rub together, and he came from a poor country and then fucking came to the States, had every opportunity, and became a champion for lifting weights, and doesn't have to train his legs. And it's an Arnold Classic champ. He should be happy as pie if that's the case. He should be ecstatic. He should be kissing the ground, the American soil that he has every opportunity that he has right here. Okay. Oh, that's right, Joe. That's right. The hair stuff. That was the other guy. Right. You're right. I'm actually still very good friends with that guy. His name is Vincent Briatore. That guy, I need to take pointers from that guy. That guy knows how to make money. He's one of those guys that just. Do you ever meet one of those guys that just knows how to make money? How can I say this? There are people that go into business because they love what they're doing, like my YouTube channel. The YouTube channel is my baby. I would never be able to give it up. This guy, money is his god. So if something doesn't make money, he's out. And then jumps on top of the latest thing that makes money. And the guy just knows how to make money. It's unbelievable. Some people just have that knack for it. But so again, if that's the case, if you're going to sit here and bitch and complain, and you move to a country that gives you every opportunity, and you won $25,000 for posing in your underwear, in board shorts, that makes it even worse. Makes it even worse. If he comes from hard times, then he should know that this is it, that he's making it in the United States, and he should be grateful. It makes it even worse. Makes it even worse. So I don't want to hear Oh, he had it so. You know who is a great example of somebody who had it rough, like really rough, right? Okay, Patrick Ben David from Valuetainment. He Patrick's from is from Iran, and he lived in Iran till he was 10. His parents were trying to get out of Iran. I believed he lived in Germany because they couldn't get visas to come to the States right away. I believed he lived in Germany in some kind of like camp. And then after some time, he finally was able to get to the United States. And his father worked at a dollar store in the United States. And his mother also worked. And I think his parents split up when they got to the United States. I think they split up and got back together. You talk about how it rough. And then he joined the military. And then after the military, he worked in finance and then opened up his own insurance company and made a shit ton of money. And now he owns Valuetainment, which is one of the biggest podcasts. And Valuetainment is just like he underneath Valuetainment, he has PBD, the Patrick Ben David podcast. He has Valuetainment Comedy, which he has a guy named Vinny that runs that. He's a comedian. Then they have Finance, which is run by a guy named Tom, which is it's all in the Valuetainment. And then they have this guy Adam. He used to do like relationships and stuff like that, but I don't think he has it. But the guy is worth about $500 million now. Okay, and he says every time he gets a chance, he says he loves this country and he would have never been this successful if his parents didn't get him out of Iran. And when he lived there, Iran was going through a war. It was a wartime. It was wartime. They had to get out. That's a guy that is great. He never bitched and moaned once. And he said that when he started his company, he was working 100 hours a week. 100 hours a week. People here bitch when they got to work a full 40 hours. It's unbelievable. But anyway, so that's my take on it, man. My take is that this guy is just ungrateful. He should be happy as apple pie. Yeah, right. It does. Yeah. I'm all for legal immigration. All for it. All for people that should come to this country legally, come here and try to get the best life they could possibly get. I'm all for it. But what I am not for is when you get here and then you complain about it. You don't have to stay. You don't have to stay here. You can go back to Afghanistan and try winning $25,000 at a bodybuilding show in Afghanistan. Go ahead. Go see how that works out. See how that works. It's not going to work. It's not going to work. Okay? It's not. So put your big boy pants on, Ali Bilal. Stop complaining. And if you need to make more money, get out there and hustle. And that's the name of the game. You know who gets turned off more about guys that bitch and complain about like women? Women. Women hate guys that bitch and moan like women. Women love guys that are men and are hard workers and are emotionally controlled and are stoic and go out there and do what they have to do to make a living and support their family and put food on the table and have the nicer things in life. That's what women like. They don't like a guy who says, Arnold Schwarzenegger hate my feelings. Get out of here. Go away. Go, seriously. Like what my mother used to say. My mother would say, go take a shit. I don't know. Italians have strange sayings. Go take a shit. Go scratch your ass. Go shit in your hat. That was a big one back in the day. If anybody is Italian or from Brooklyn or from the tri-state area, Brooklyn, New York, New Jersey, whatever, those are all things. So Ali Bilal could go scratch his ass. All right. What else are we going to talk about? We got some time left. Bob and Big Nick. Nick Walker. Did you see what he was driving to? He's not hurting for money. No, I did not see what he was driving. I'm sorry, John. What was he driving? I do not know what he was driving, so I did not see that. All right, let's move on to the topic a little bit. Let's go with Bob Ciccarelli and Nick Walker, because that's another beef that's been going back and forth and back and forth and back and forth. Bob Ciccarello. Sorry, you're right, John. Thanks, John. Bob Ciccarello. I don't. I think Bob had every right to voice his opinion, and I think Nick had every right to voice his opinion back. You know, that doesn't. In this situation between Bob and Nick, there doesn't seem to be a clear-cut villain and a clear-cut good guy. Does Bob have some, like, does he have opinions that are true? Well, yeah. Nick doesn't have the prettiest physique. He doesn't have that V taper or that X frame that a Derek or Hottie or Samson or Andrew Jack Tab. He doesn't. He wins his shows on size and conditioning. He's such a freaky, massive bodybuilder. And I actually said it in the past. 2 years ago, I did a video, and I named it "Why I Don't Think Nick Walker's Going to Break the Top 3 in the Olympia." And I said it, and I think it was basically because about I think it was basically because of his physique shape. There's like nothing he could do about that. The only thing he could do is become the best bodybuilder he can do. And I know Bob called him, he had an H frame. But look, man, I don't think these. I know, John. I know people think that Bob is harsh. Okay. And I know Bob is not a very likable guy. Okay. But I don't think he was really that harsh. Oh shit. Lee Priest makes a liar out of me all the time. He really does.
I don't think my signal's good enough.
What are you doing over there, bro?
I don't think the signal works.
Yeah, don't worry about it, man. If you can't jump on, not a big deal. I appreciate you trying. I understand you. Moving is a bitch. I don't envy you right now. I'll envy you when everything is moved in and you have beautiful furniture and you have a lake in the yard. Then I'll envy you. But moving in, fuck that. Okay. Okay, so Lobeliner called out Bob for being harsh. Okay. And everybody knows I don't have great feelings for Lobeliner. But all right. I don't think Bob was that harsh. Bob was just straightforward. He says, I don't think he's going to be able to win the Olympia because of his frame. I don't think there's going to be an Olympia. I don't think he's going to win the Olympia because of his shape, which is valid. Is it 100% accurate? No, not necessarily. We've seen it before. We've seen guys where somebody comes out of shape and, the guy who was in shape, steps right in. I mean, we saw it with, Dexter and Dexter and Jay Cutler. Jay Cutler was out of shape, and Dexter snuck in there and won that Olympia. I mean, we've stranger things have happened. Everybody picked Samson to win this show because nobody thought Derek could come back from what a terrible showing it at the Olympia, and he proved everybody wrong. So his comment was, I don't think he's going to be able to win the Olympia because he had an X frame. He's got an H frame, but it doesn't. You know, he's not wrong. It's his opinion. Big Lee.
I'll try if you can hear me, but the signal's breaking up because my Wi-Fi is not connected yet.
Oh, your Wi-Fi is fucked up. So what's funny is as you're on here, there's somebody
that one, the one that said Nick has a H frame isn't me.
There's a lot of them. I don't know. I think these guys actually just keep making fake faux profiles of you. It's unbelievable.
Do you want to see the river? You want to see the river?
Yeah, I do actually.
It's over there.
Oh, thanks. That's a lot of property, man. Wow. That is beautiful. I mean, like I said, I'll envy you when you're all moved in.
I'll jump down here, but I'll show you the property if you can still hear me. But
yeah, I can still hear loud and clear. Absolutely. Let's see it. Damn.
Right over there. And these are like sheds for the Humvee and the cars. And
wow. How much land is that?
Almost 4 acres.
Wow.
Got to fix up the old horse barn. Might that's where I can grow the marijuana, cultivate the drugs. And see, like those trees right down there, it goes right down to there. So you got all this here.
Yeah.
And that's the river.
You can go fishing in that river?
Yes, fishing, prawns, mud crabs.
Really? What kind of fish are in there?
They said there's like brim and mullet and flathead.
Man, if I lived closer to you, we'd come by and I'd go fishing.
Get some little go-karts and dirt buggies and just go around in circles over there.
If I fly to Australia, can I stay at your house or do I have to get a hotel?
Oh, you can stay here. I'll put you in the shed with the dogs.
Oh, thanks. So is that what you've been doing all weekend, moving? Are you almost done? Or
I didn't eat what you said then. It came.
Oh, that sucks. Can you hear me at all?
Hold on. I'll put my hand up like an aerial. What's that?
Oh, there you go. Can you hear me now?
I'm going to the river. Very broken up, but I'll show you the river quickly and then I'll get off so I don't ruin the show with a bad signal.
That's all right.
It's a long
Thank you.
fucking walk down here. Fuck.
Jesus Christ.
Fucking
You're going to
It's low tide. It's been flooding, so it's dirty. Here's the river. Look.
Whoa. That's really nice, dude.
There's some fishing trawlers down there.
Wow, that's really nice.
That's an island over there. The river goes around the back of that, so that's an island. That can be my little cubby house island where I bury the bodies.
Yeah, that's a good idea. That's beautiful, man. Congratulations.
Thank you. That's all back there. See?
Wow. The dogs have plenty of room to run.
Oh, yes. Actually, a good signal here. I can hear you clearly. I just stand here.
Oh, all right. Good. That's beautiful, man. Congratulations.
Thank you. Just moving shit in there. The movers are probably in there going, where did the fucker go? We don't know where to put shit.
Yeah, right. Is that what you've been doing all weekend? Is just fucking moving?
Couldn't hear you now. You're breaking up. I moved from a good spot.
Oh, shit. I said, is that what you were doing all weekend? Just moving?
All I heard was, oh, shit. I'll log off because it's a bad signal at the moment, but I wished I could have been. I don't know. It used to be 12:30 at my time.
Yeah, I didn't realize it.
In or out.
We had daylight savings time this weekend.
Daylight savings change.
Yep. All right, so we'll figure it out for next week, man. We'll figure it out. Sorry about that, bro. Anyway. Okay. All right. That's that. Now, back to Bob and Nick. I don't think Bob was really that harsh. I think people are just way too sensitive. He basically, Jay Cutler had him on, asked him his opinion. He gave his opinion. It was very straightforward. I don't think it was harsh. Do I think Nick can win the Olympia if everything falls in his way? Yeah, I think he could win the Olympia. Yeah, the clock's changed, John. I totally forgot about that. Totally forgot. Because his clocks don't change yet, you know. He said he had an H frame and he doesn't think he can win the Olympia because of his structure. Okay. Now, and I think Nick had every right to say something back. And the reason why I think he had every right to say something back is because Bob said it publicly. So if you say it publicly, then you better prepare for a public rebuttal. And he said, "Who the fuck is Bob?" And he goes, "Who the fuck is Bob?" And Bob, he goes, he's won an Arnold Classic, 2 New York Pros, and top 5 at the Olympia, or top 4 at the Olympia, whatever it was. And he's right. He's 100% right. Bob won the USA's, and I mean, Bob had a nice physique when he was competing. Don't get me wrong. He was a formidable opponent, you know. But yeah, I mean, I really like if you get, I don't think these things really bother Nick as much as we think it is. We think he does. I think if anything, it helps him. I am a Nick Walker fan, and the reason why I'm a Nick Walker fan is because I'm a fan, and I always was a fan of the freaks. I love the monsters. I love the guys that went muscle on top of muscle on top of muscle. So when I saw Nick, I'm like, that's the kind of bodybuilder I want to cheer for, because I always wanted to look like that guy, you know, which never happened, obviously, you know. But I have to keep it real. If on my channel, if I'm going to be a critic, I have to keep it real. Size isn't the only thing that wins shows. It helps. It helps, but it's not, you know, especially this time. I mean, you know, you have the top 5 guys at the Olympia have amazing physiques. I mean, amazing, big, round, hard, small waist, great legs. You know, Derek, Hottie, Samson, Andrew Jack, Brandon, you know, will look great at the Arnold. You know, he'll probably win the Masters Olympia. So no, I don't think it's really, I don't really think Nick is really that bothered by it. I think social media is making a bigger deal over that than it is. You are a public figure. You are a competitive bodybuilder. You are famous in this world of bodybuilding and fitness. You're going to have to deal with people criticizing your physique, especially with the birth of social media. You know, it is what it is. It is what it is. Okay, that's just the way it goes. Okay. Next topic, and then we'll call it quits because I've been complaining for about an hour already. Brandon Curry is doing the Masters Olympia. He'll probably win it. Kai has been teasing about doing the Olympia. Dear Lord, help us. But said he'll only do the Masters Olympia if he's compensated for it. Well, how about this, Kai? No. I mean, here's another guy. You know, it's when you say, as a bodybuilder, when you say, I'll only compete if I'm compensated. He wants to be compensated for showing up. That's what he wants to be compensated for. For a sport that nobody is compensated just for showing up, ever. Even if he gets his airfare paid for, even if he gets his food paid for, even if he gets his hotel paid for. And that's asking a lot. He wants to be compensated on top of that. So the answer is no, he's not going to be competing. And instead of just saying, no, I'm not going to be competing, he's asking for something he knows he's not going to get. And they're not going to pay him just to show up. It's not going to happen. It's just not. It doesn't make sense. It's the Masters Olympia. And Kai is not going to be Kai of old. In this bizarro world with Kai coming back, we've seen it too many times. If by chance the moon aligns with the sun and everything falls in perfection, and the IFBB says, okay, Kai, you're so special, we're going to give you 10 grand just for showing up on top of hotel, on top of food, on top of airfare. He is not going to be the Kai of old. It's not going to happen. It's just not going to happen. He's 50. He hasn't competed since what, 2013, 2016? It never works out like that. Never. You're not going to see the Kai of old. Period. And I don't want to see a Kai that is a shell of what he used to be. Let us remember you as the great bodybuilder you were. When Kevin Levrone made that comeback, it's like, well, you just, it's like watching a fighter that was so great. And Father Time is just caught up with him, and he just can't get out of his own way anymore. And he's just taking a beating. And you're like, oh, why? Don't do this, man. You're ruining your legacy. Don't do this. So, no. That is my opinion on that. I don't think he's ever going to compete again. I think he likes the idea of being relevant. And he teases this every once in a while. He throws it out there every once in a while. And he knows social media goes, oh my God, will Kai make a comeback? Will Kai make a comeback? No, it's not happening. Forget it. If Kai makes a comeback, all right. If I'm wrong, if Kai does the Masters Olympia, I'll say it right now. If Kai does the Masters Olympia, what will I do? I'm trying to figure out what I would do. If Kai does the Masters Olympia, do I have any prize possessions on what I'd give away? All right, let's just put it this way. If Kai does the Masters Olympia, I will donate $500 to a charity. I will pick a charity and donate $500 to the charity if Kai does the Masters Olympia. That's how much I don't think he's going to do the Masters Olympia. I just don't think he's going to. He's not going to do it, okay? Once you say, oh, I'll do it if you pay me, that means no, you're not going to do it. Anyway, I am going to call it quits. I bitched the moan of Ali Bilal. I gave my opinion about Nick and Bob Ciccarello. I called out Kai and said he's not doing the Masters Olympia. Of course, he's not. Brandon Curry is going to do it, and he'll probably win it. And that is about it. That's all she wrote, people. I just want to tell everybody out there that does tune in. I truly appreciate you guys tuning in. Really, really, really appreciate you guys tuning in. Appreciate every single one of you. Love and respect every single damn one of you guys. This is what is the point of competing after you? Let me see. Who is Angel? Throw this out there. Angel Vega. What's the point in competing after you've been retired for so long? What do you have to prove? You'll always be out of the bed. Yeah, no, absolutely, man. Look, Kai's got nothing to prove. He is one of the best that has ever done it. Period. Anyway, guys, thank you. All the love and respect to everybody who tunes in and watches and shares and whatnot. Love you guys. And next week I will catch up with Lee. We will figure out the time difference. I totally forgot about the time difference. Actually, I'm going to have to have him. Figure it out for Wednesday. Because the time difference is Wednesday, so it'll be 11:30 his time. All right, guys, listen. Have a good night. See you next time. Peace.